Hi, Tarot Lovelies, it's Ethany, and it's First Impressions Friday. And I have got not one, my lovely peoples, but two decks to go through today. And there is, oh, let's not drop it. And there is a very, very good reason why these are grouped together. This is the Little Black and the Little White Tarot, and these have come all the way from France. I am super, super excited. So what I'm going to do, which is a little unusual for my unboxings, is I'm going to unbox them together and have them sitting beside each other and go through each one, because you're going to see why. One is the same concept of deck, and I want to say the same deck, but one has a white background and one has a black background, so that's why it's called the Little White and the Little Black Tarot. So we're going to change over cameras, and I'm going to do a twin unboxing. I am a Gemini. I do like me some twinnies, some twin action, and we're going to go through these decks, and I'm super excited because they have been sitting on my to unbox and flip through pile for a hot second, and it has taken me pretty much everything in my willpower not to tear through them. So let's do this thing finally so I can start using them.
Okie dokie, now we're going to go through the Little Black and the Little White Tarot. And this is by a French artist and creator. Her name's Celia Melesville, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, Celia. And look at this beautiful wrapping. I had to sort of spotlight it before I got into it because I don't want to tear it, but I'm going to have to. So there is the Tanis Lenormand, there is the Oracle of, oh gosh, Reflections, I believe, which I also have. And she's creating a new deck. If you find her on Instagram, I will put the link below in the description of where you can find her website and all of her wares. So she's actually creating a new deck, which is going to be published through a publisher, I believe, if I remember from our conversations correctly, which is very excited. It is beautiful. I think it's something around dreams. I'm trying very hard to keep the little flowers because I'm going to cut it out and put them in my... So I have had my eye on this deck. I stalk a lot of creators on Instagram, and she's one of them. Look at that. And that came all the way from France. They're beautiful boxes. So as I mentioned before, I'm going to go through both of them at the same time. So put that one there. I'm knocking the camera. Oh, they're so pretty. And then number 2, I think I might have started a trend here with the plain backs and the gold foiled. Do I want to claim that? Maybe. Someone might have done it before me, but I remember the Bad Bitches Tarot being, it was 2 years ago. I love the little ribbon, although they came out very easily. Now the back looks like this, and as you can see, this is, as I mentioned in the introduction, this is the same deck but done in black and white, and I love that. I love it, and I'm so glad I've got both. I'm very, very fortunate. And we have her website, and these are numbered. So of 1,000, I've got 667 and 666. I'm going to pop that over there. And the cardstock is beautiful. It's matte finished with this gorgeous reversible gilded backs. And you might like one of them more than the other. It's not gilded around the side. Oh, this one didn't come with one, but that's okay. It looks like I have a deck that is missing the little guidebook, the little pull-out, but that's all right. So one of mine didn't have it. But I know from experience of doing this myself just a few times that happens. I get people email me and say I'm missing a card or I've got a duplicate, and that happens, and I just send them out a replacement. So that is okay. I have one copy. So you get a little insert with all of the, well, you know, a couple of keywords, and it's in French and English. So beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to go through the cards. So I'm very, very excited. I'm going to flip it over so we're starting at the full. The cardstock is lovely. It's a beautiful matte finish. So we have the full. And honestly, I don't know which one I like the most. Now we do have the little copyright symbol on the bottom. I'm not a massive fan of that, but I can A, understand why, considering how many times my work's been ripped off, and B, it's not a massive problem. I'd love to hear from Celia if she did the pieces of art twice, or if it was an art treatment done in like post-production. Not that there's anything wrong with either of those ways of doing things. I did photography for many years, and putting different filters and trying different things changes artwork. But it'd be interesting to see whether she actually went and did this twice. It's crazy. Then we have the Magician. And you see different things in each one, and your eye is really brought to different places in each one, and I really like that. The High Priestess. The Empress. Oh, she's so pretty. The Emperor, and as you can see, there's no titles. We just have the Roman numeral, and this is probably because this is a bilingual, you know, the creator is French. And yeah, I think like the Sawyer's Path Tarot is that way as well. I think that's a really cool kind of way of doing it, allowing it to be a lot more open as well. And if you don't know much about tarot, or you like to read cards as more oracle-like, then you can do that as well. Hierophant. They're so beautiful. Like, as I said, I was stalking this deck for a while, and I was like, it was on the wish list, and I always have quite a long wish list, and I finally got them at the end of 2018. The Lovers. Beautiful. And I'm very glad that I did. The Chariot. Gorgeous artwork. Oh, I love this. Justice. So Justice in this deck is number 8. Some decks it's 8, some decks it is 11. The Hermit. The Wheel. That's gorgeous with the moon phases, and then that seasonal kind of like the Witch's Wheel. Strength. So pretty. The Hanged Man. That snake. Oh, the snake has bitten our hanged man. Death. I have to make sure it's still in the frame. I am looking at the cards instead of looking if it's in the actual frame. Oh. Temperance. That is stunning. That may be one of my favorite Temperance cards ever. I could frame that. Look at that. Oh, that's freaking cool. So cute. I love both versions of it. Okay. The Devil. I love that it's like just black and white. And this one's murky. So like in this, like if you're reading with this deck, it could be like the issue is black and white. There's, you know, the greys, it's not as grey, but it's here it's like it's murky water. So again, you can get so much out of reading with different versions of the same deck. The Tower. Beautiful too. The Star. The Moon. So it looks like they were done differently, like they were done twice, because if you have a look at the face of the dog, it looks like it's a very different dog. That's a lot. That's quite the commitment to the project. Oh, beautiful. The Sun. Okay, so gushing over this deck, and I think for a very good reason. Judgment. I think it's beautiful. The World. Another utterly stunning. Okay, so now we're going into Pentacles. And again, no titles, so we just have this, the Roman numeral. And let's see what we have. Oh, so we have little symbols. So the round, little round pentacle is for Pentacles. I jumped ahead just to see. Two of Pentacles. Gosh, they're such pretty decks. So we also have different finishings, right? This is more chalk and maybe pastel, whereas this is watercolor. So even the finishing gives a very different, the artistic materials used and the way it's been done gives a very different perspective of the card. The 3. Oh, lovely. The 4 of Pentacles. And today, as I'm recording this, I just made some room on my shelf, the shelf that I pull my cards for my client readings. I just rotated 7 or 8 of them off that shelf, getting ready for new decks. So you best believe these are going on there now. I can't wait to read with them. The 5. 6 of Pentacles. Like it just happened today. So these are going on. The 7 of Pentacles. Oh, I just saw bees. Actually, I think it was this image that took it over the edge for me. I mean, we all know how much I love bees. Oh God, I love. 8. The Falcon, 9. I'm glad we had a nice bright day today, so you can see all the images and all the 10. Oh my gosh, just fell in love with the page. Oh my gosh, look at the Bubba. Oh, so beautiful. So gorgeous. I love it. The Knight. So we have the heart, the spark, or the sun. The Queen. Gosh, I feel like I should have gotten 2 copies. And the King. Because I use my decks, you know, they don't just like sit around doing nothing. So swords, my favorite. So the swords have got the sword symbol underneath, as you can see. The 2. So beautiful. The 3. 4 of Swords. 5. 6. These beautiful colors, this blue and yellow that runs through the entire suit is gorgeous. 7. Oh, love this. 9. I mean, not a great card energetically, but like the beautiful depiction of this. The calling. The 10. The page. There's incense. And a very conscious decision not to have a person's face on the knight for both now, with the elemental symbol for air. The Queen. And the King. So now the Cups. We have the little cup symbol. Oh, gorgeous. I like fish. 4 of Cups. 5. Beautiful depictions. This was another image I really loved, the 6. The cups within cups, like the Russian doll cups. 7. I'm really digging this deck. If you hadn't guessed from the gushing, 8, I can't wait to read with it. I don't mind reading with decks that don't have a lot of people in it. I do prefer, like the Rider-Waite-Smith is always going to be like a system that I love. But I'm really going to enjoy reading with these cards. The 10, because it's kind of like minimalistic, but not, but is a little bit. Oh, the Page. I gotta say, the pages in this deck are some of my favorite I think I've ever seen in any deck. They are freaking adorable. The Knight. I like the Knight, how the Knight is about more of the energy of the actual suit. The Queen. The King. Spinning fish. Okay, and now on to the wands. Two, that's beautiful. They two come together. A 3. Oh, the 4 of wands is so sweet too. It's gorgeous foxes. There's people and animals in this deck. The 5. 6 of wands. 7. 8. 9. Gorgeous. 10. Yeah, I think the pages are like my favorite cards in this deck. They're just gorgeous. Coming from the flames. The Knight. These transforming and shifting, shape-shifting, disembodied knights. The Queen. And the King. They're really, I think, so pretty. Okay, so this deck did come out last year in 2018. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a card from each of the decks and we're going to see what we get. So it looks like this card stock is actually black, or it's been coated. It's been done very well either way, because black can be a bit of a tricky one to, because it can chip. Celia's done a good job. She's done a good job. The production has been done well. Need to remember that I'm on camera and not to get, I kind of go into a trance whenever I'm shuffling. Oh dear. Okay, so we're going to pick. Okay, so we have the 10 of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles. So we could read that as the overflowing of happiness and having emotional fulfillment is to know when to let things go and when to hold on to them, and also not to put all of your eggs into one basket with putting all your happiness into the things that we own or the people that we feel like we not own but are in maybe relationships with. What an amazing way to do a reading is to like do something like that, where you take some of your cards from one deck and some of your cards from the other. Now what we got in the little handout, so for Pentacles, which has the little symbols too. 4, possessiveness, control, and stagnant, which I agree. And 10, harmony, family, and happiness. So, you know, don't hold on too tight to, you know, this. Don't allow things to get too stagnant, you know, allow things to flow. So I am just enamored with these decks. I'm going to be popping them into rotation for my clients pretty much immediately. I will pop a link as to where you can go and support Celia's work and see what she's working on now. Yeah, I think they're beautiful. Well done too. I can't wait to see how they read, and I love things that are shiny. Thank you so much as always for watching as well.